Thank you, Master Stanley and honorable judges. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
These days, there is still a lot of discrimination going on in the world. When you hear the word discrimination, what comes to mind? You may think about the discrimination of gender, ethnic, and so on. However, do you know that there exists a kind of discrimination in which you're not aware of, despite of being a discriminated of it? There's discrimination against criminals. Many of you think you don't discriminate against criminals. However, by definition, discrimination is the act of thinking that someone is different from yourself and putting him in a different, isolated place from you. And we put criminals in prisons, a different, isolated place from the rest of us. And we think they're different because they have committed crimes. Yes, we have discriminated against criminals. Today, I will deliver this speech to make you realize that you have discriminated against criminals and that they're the same as everybody else. They deserve not to be discriminated. We should stop this discrimination. First of all, I would like to ask yourself this question. Why do we put criminals in prisons? Many of us will say, because they must be punished. So I will ask you a second question. Why do criminals have to be punished? Many will say, because they have committed crimes, and by receiving punishment, a criminal can change to become a good person. But is it true? Let me introduce one of the prisons in Norway, the country in which the recidivism rate is the lowest in the world. At Harden prison, every criminal can live in solitary cells while watching TV and taking a shower freely, reading books at the library, playing sports, and taking a walk in forest if they want. This prison is even better than business hotels in Japan. Some of you may think that if prisons are so nice, that people who are released from jail will commit crime again, just go back to this paradise. Considering this, I repeat this again. Norway is a country in which the recidivism rate is the lowest in the world. Does it surprise you? This shows that in the same environment as us, criminals can learn the same sense of values, think in the same way as we do, and they can regret their crimes. I have a third question. Why these criminals commit crimes? The answer is because the situation they are in. Almost all of the reasons which drove criminals commit crime was the circumstance that presented them, not their own nature. Criminals are driven by poverty, desperation, and other many factors commit crimes. What we do now in prison is crushing people who have been hurt physically and mentally, and then making it even worse, aren't we? Now, that is discrimination. Even if we hear that, some of you may think that, so what? In fact, almost all of us don't pay any attention to criminals in prisons, because whatever happens there has no influence in our daily life. We only give attention whether or not criminals get arrested. We feel that it's enough just like putting them in prisons and putting as much gap as possible between criminals and us. Why? This is because in the back of our mind, we think that we are different from them. We think that the criminals should be put away in an isolated place because they are bad and dangerous people. We put the priority of placing as much gap distance from them as possible, rather than wanting them to be rehabilitated. How many people in this hall can say, I disagree with confidence? because of mindset, we feel pleased just on the news when criminals get arrested, and then we'll pay no attention after that, don't we? That is discrimination. In what ways are we different from criminals? Try to imagine if we put in a difficult situation, what is the chance of you committing crime? There's a possibility you will. We all have a chance to become criminals, as well as they are clear of any guilt. We are only lucky to be in a safe, comfortable environment with non-compromising circumstances. Now, our society consists of people who have in lucky situations, who despise those who are unlucky and made one mistake, and punishing these people by isolating them both physically and mentally. While the rest of us live in a happy and magnificent world, they are condemned to a dark and isolated world. And we take it for granted. In an isolated world, criminals can't think over what they did in the same way as us, making them repeat their crimes again and continue their suffering. That is discrimination. We should stop this discrimination. We all know that we shouldn't discriminate against someone. We should criminals the same environment that we live in. We should give them the chance to start their new lives, to turn over a new leaf. In order to realize this, I suggest a government to make a living environment in prison similar to the environment that we live in, like in Hollywood in Norway. In the same environment, criminals have the same sense of values, think in the same way as we do. They can regret their crimes and take steps towards their new lives. And I suggest you to change your image of criminals. To stop this discrimination, the discriminator need to change. Please bear in mind, we and criminals are the same. Acknowledge that we have been discriminated against criminals. Don't forget that we all have a chance to become criminals, as well as they are free from any guilt. How can we keep despising and discriminating against criminals? There's a reason why. We should stop this discrimination. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kato. Now we will have a question and answer session. Mr. Sunoyama, please. Sorry, Mr. Yonesuka, please.
Okay. Thank you for your nice speech, Mr. Kato.
Yes.
I have some questions for you. First of all, why did you choose this topic and why did you have this opinion like?
Okay.
Okay.
May I answer? So, firstly, the trigger of this, it's my thoughtful comment in this some suspense drama. I suspense drama very much, and I watched them too much, but in the end of this drama, every criminal can say I attorney for my sin. Understand? Yes, but I think that what is waiting for criminals in prison, a lot of work and a lot of rules, strict rules. I think that in such environment, the criminals can regret their crimes and they can't have no room to rethink what they did. And so I think that the people from around me say that criminals on the news, when they see criminals on the news, they say that they focus on what they did and they don't focus on their background. And I think that background of the criminal is very important. It is a key to rethink their crimes and they can regret their crimes. So I have this opinion and I choose this topic.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Then, so, the next question. In the sentence is the example of Norway, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that the environment of Norway is very, very good environment for criminals. But I wonder that why Japanese government don't introduce like this good environment for criminals?
Okay, so in the past, the Japanese society has thinking that every criminal must be punished because they have done bad thing. But in fact, now there is such prison like Haldenpose in Norway, in Hokkaido. The name of this is Asahikawa prison, and so the situation will be going to change better and better. And so I think the Japanese society has the idea of the punishing is the very good is the best treasure to criminals. So I think that they didn't introduce such system.
Okay, then it will. Okay, time is over. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.